Link TV, connecting you to the world. Link TV is viewer supported. Watch more at linktv.org.
Define fair trade to a 10-year-old.
Fair trade is a recognition that the way coffee is traded in the world does not treat the people who grow it in a respectful and fair manner, and they don't get paid enough for their good product. That's the basics. So a whole system has been created around that to ensure that the farmers who participate in fair trade get paid enough to put food on their table, keep their kids in school, and maybe better their lives.
And who decided the amount of enough?
The amount of the fair trade minimum price was decided by farmers and purchasers at an international body called FLO, Fair Trade Labeling Organizations. Now, that minimum isn't what we have to pay. It only means that when the price of coffee on the world market goes below that price, we agree that we'll never pay less than that, because that's what the farmers have identified as the minimum they need in the good times and the bad.
Just so viewers can be clear, a price of Dean's Beans retail is $8.99.
More or less, $8.99 a pound.
And approximately $2 to $2.05 goes to the farmer.
Well, I'll give you a specific example. In Ethiopia, we're paying $2.45 a pound for that coffee. That's $2.45 we pay directly to the co-op, not to a broker, not to an exporter, but directly to the co-op. The co-op takes 30% for administration, which also includes they make loan funds, they make healthcare funds, they build schools with that money. The rest of that 70% is divided amongst the farmers. So we know that this year, the farmers participating in fair trade in Ethiopia are putting about $1.60 into their pocket per pound. Traditionally, non-fair trade farmers in Ethiopia put about 30 to 70 cents per pound if they're lucky in their pocket.
How can you ensure that the farmer is truly getting that money in his or her hand?
When I visit co-ops, and I visit about 6 a year, we look at the books. Because part of the rules for fair trade is that the co-op's books are open and transparent so that any farmer can go and look and see what every other farmer's making, and when we come to visit, we have full access to the books.
So fair trade, fairly traded, fair worker treatment, what's the difference of all these labels?
A lot of companies are coming up with labels and self-certification programs to make it look like they're doing a lot out there. And some of them are doing some things. But fair trade is the only label that has very clear guidelines and rules on what the farmer gets paid, on pre-finance harvesting so that there's credit for farmers when they need it, and a whole host of other regulations around the environment and social conditions. You're guaranteed when you're buying fair trade coffee that those things are being met because there's a big international infrastructure that checks on it. But when you're buying something that's called fairly traded, it's a term. It's like all natural. There's no legal definition. There's no ethical definition. It's basically what somebody puts on a bag.
So fair trade is the real deal.
Certified fair trade is the real deal. Anybody can use the term fair trade. It's in common usage. But when you see the term certified fair trade or fair trade certified, then you know that you're dealing with the real thing.
Link TV is the only U.S. network dedicated to global and national news, uncompromising documentaries, and diverse cultural programs. Programs which connect you to the world. To learn more, visit linktv.org.